want to see three. One, two. Okay. Technically three if you include this one. 3 episodes away from Stormblood. Um, Sadly, I've had to cut them down because some of the dungeons. I had to cut them down like in smaller chunks because the dungeons make them long, and of course, when you die, it adds more time. So as of right now, we're still on the hunt for Alpha now, and there was a bunch of Allegan um, material remnants, I should say. So we're gonna try and do something. Yeah, we'll see how this works. Let's get started. Oh yeah, I do my XP. I've got to remember to. Where did T set go? It does bother me at how well they got the swallow sound. It's settled then. I will journey to the Azim Steppe with the Scions, Yugiri, and Hakura. I leave other I leave our other neighbors to you. My apologies, I won't be joining you. I'm no aetherologist, and what skills I do possess are unlikely to be of any great use to the mission. But more importantly, it seems to me that the ruins of the burn warrant attention. And so, while you are away securing the energy source, I will engage our friends at Garland Ironworks to undertake a complete overhaul of the field generators. We'll need them in good working order if our plans to succeed. I trust there's no objections. She wants to be alone. I'm sure she'd love the burn. Joking aside, I was planning on enlisting her help with organizing everything, but we'll still need a scion on the ground. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll manage without me. Good luck. Just us three, then. Very well. Shall we make first for reunion? Let's have at it. Wait, there's a location I haven't been yet? Either I've been there or I didn't. I'll do it after. I probably didn't get over there. I don't know. So this is the Azim step. The tales do not do it justice. If you think the view is impressive here, just wait till we reach higher ground. True. Actually, seeing as this is your first visit, permit me to show you my favorite spot. We're going all the way up there.
I will never tire of this vista. The endless fields, the boundless skies. 'Tis a sight to make a man forget his cares.
But not his purpose, I trust. Might this be a fitting moment to tell us what we are doing here?
Of course. During my time with the mole, I learned some few myths of this land. One goes thus. In the distant past, when all seemed doomed, a wayfaring soul came unto the steppe. Venturing into the northern crag, he received of Nama a sliver of her essence, a shard of the shining moon, and with it clove the tainted land from the earth. The end thus averted, to these fields did the wayfaring soul return, and venturing once more into the northern crag, he buried the shard, and made unto the heavens an offering of blood.
A tainted land cloven from the earth and an offering of blood to the heavens. Azizlar and Dalamud.
That was my thinking, yes.
And you believe that yonder mountains hide an artifact possessed of sufficient power to raise Azizlar up to the heavens? I suppose that might suffice.
Worth a closer look, would you say?
I would.
From here, we shall travel to Mal Ia. There we may ask Serena about the particulars of the myth and raise the matter of the alliance with the rulers of the steppe. Ian Sapphire, I'm glad of your visit. The opportunity to welcome a new friend. How may we serve you? There's a matter I would discuss with them all. It concerns not only the peoples of the steppe, but the land in the Far East. but of every land in the Far East. A shard of the moon left behind by the wayfaring soul, and you need this to protect our lands? I do. My friends and I wish to find the shard and ascertain the extent of its power. Will you tell me more of the place where it lies buried? This northern crag? If that is your wish. In the mountains to the north, there is a cavern called House of the Crooked Coin. Inside this cavern are pillars of stone that legend holds to be the source of the Nama's power. There I believe you will find what you seek. Namas. Ah yes, I know the place. 'Tis a brisk walk from here. And what are your thoughts on the alliance? Should the Empire return, our lands will be engulfed in a storm of conflict whether we will it or not, or no. If we do not stand together, we will fall apart. This I believe with all my heart. However, among the tribes of the steppe, there are those who revere Naham above all else. To them, the pillars are sacred and not to be disturbed. Should you proceed as you propose, such tribes are likely to spurn an alliance, promoting others to follow their example. That is my concern. But it is by no means certain that the pillar will provide the power you seek, ere you risk the ire of the followers of Nama. Might you not first visit the House of the Crooked Coin? If all is as you hope, we may then consider how best to earn their blessing. I thank you for your counsel. We will do as you suggest. I have no desire to give offense to those with whom I would join hands. Thank you for your understanding. Though the mole may reign over the steppe today, this decision will shape the days to come, and we will not force others into war against their will. Nor we. 100-fold stronger are they who choose to fight of their own accord. Okay, now I'm a little curious. Jeez. Determination. Like, I'm actually now getting to the point where I'm like, what are some of these stats? Affects the amount of damage dealt by both physical and magic, as well as the amount of HP restored from healing spells. Critical as usual. Okay, so I need to get my determination up a little more. Affects the amount of physical and magical damage dealt and received, as well as HP restored. The higher the value, the more damage dealt, the more HP restored, the less damage taken. Only applicable when the roll is a tank. Piety, only when healer. Got it, I was wondering about these. Okay, so I don't have to worry about tenacity or piety. I just need to worry about skill speed. Okay, got it. But that's going to change with every single class. Okay, got it. What are my lower classes right now? Pugilist level 11. Okay. I need to double check in on Summoner and Scholar. It seems the time has come to put my skills to use. Pray lead the way to the House of the Cricket Coin, which I don't think we've been to yet. I can't believe how close I am to my level, and I'm just like, I'm almost there. Wow.
Such an abundance of ether.
Are we in luck?
We are. This is an Allegan artifact, most likely built to regulate the flow of ether. I strongly suspect the ancients used it to stem the flow from here to the burn. That would explain how they were able to untether what became Azys La from its surroundings. But were we to throw open the floodgates, the resultant deluge would surely be sufficient to raise our wall. And in restoring the flow, we may also restore life to the wasteland.
What is it?
While the device itself harbors a surfeit of ether, the opposite is true of the surrounding area. An effect of regulation, perhaps. A similar phenomenon seemed to be occurring in Doma. Whatever the explanation, the answer will not reveal itself here. We have seen what we needed to see. Let us return to Mol Ilo.
Don't ask why I went in a circle. I've had times where it was just like, oh, we're supposed to meet here, and I'm like, I'm here, where are you? We're on the backside of it. Oh. So, meh. You found that which you seek, then? Great indeed is the Dusk Mother's power. If not less will suffice to protect our lands. The blessing of the other tribes must now be sought. Of course, but to which tribe should we appeal? There are many who worship Nama. Nah. I think the N is silent. I don't know. And it's been so long since I've heard them say it. But none are so fervent in their faith as the Dothrol. Their consent should be the key. Alright, where are they? The Dothrol. We spoke of them A warrior like a warrior-like tribe possessed of unique customs and beliefs, I sense the cooperation will not easily be won. Nay, it will be well worth the effort. The Dothral fear nothing, death least of all. Oh, okay, I know which group this is. And our alliance would be greatly strengthened by their presence. Let us talk. Let us go to the Dothral Ka and treat their with their Katan Suda. She's like so excited. Okay, I'm not sure which group it is, but I think this is the group up here. Just taking a wild guess at it. Ah, no, it's the group on the other side. Okay. So we're just flying over saying hi. I kinda wanna fix this because this is bothering me. Wait a minute. I really did not explore most of this area. Still don't know how I did not discover any of this area. Like, I never came up here. Is there anyone even here? Like, it's like a dead camp. Like, it is full on, like, a dead camp. Yeah. You again. Other matters demand our time. Kagan. Unless it is a battle you seek. Alas, not quite the opposite, in fact. Talking, always talking. You say the pillars hold great power. Of course they do. They are the source of strength. I would say Naham. It's do the Dothral to the Dothral. No place is more sacred, and we will make ash of any who would defile it. Though I see this is not your wish. You see the wisdom of our proposition, then. Will you join hands with us? I said nothing of joining hands. You wish to build Naraham's power to defend these lands, and this I will allow. But for leaving the steppe to fight the men in iron, I would have something in return. Oh, namely. Namely, battle with you, Kagan. The Nadam ended ere it began. I would face you again, alone, without distractions. Defeat me, prove yourself the stronger, and you shall have the Dothrol as your allies. Surely these are agreeable terms. Yes, they are. Well, this is a not wholly unexpected turn of events, though I had assumed I would be the one required to fight. Alas, the Khatan has made her choice. Katu. It shall be a battle of step. Shall not forget. Already my soul burns brighter. Prepare yourself, Kagan, and await me outside the Ka. I will gather my witnesses and join you anon. Ka is a wheel. And we are Katet. I'm glad to have finished the Dark Tower, but jeez. I shouldn't have jumped. I'll just run there. Look, I know it's not that far. I still don't know about that location up there. Like, why is there a... I'll probably come back to it later.
Yes! This spot shall serve as well as any. I shall enjoy this Harn.
Is this truly necessary? Have you no peaceable way of making decisions?
Speak not of peace. You stand before proud warriors of the Dothal. In the heat of battle do our souls burn brightest. We lay low the strong that we may rise higher. That is our way. The way of might. There is no other.
Oh, they do not want for conviction.
Indeed. It's what makes them such dangerous enemies, and such useful allies.
Enough talk! It is time to fight!
Have at thee.
do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Oh my god, we got one more, don't we? Oh boy. Oh my god!
In death do our souls sing!
Jeez.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
You've got to be kidding me.
How it burns!
You've got to be kidding me.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Dude. How many times? I just want to get this over with. How many times do I have to fight her? I think I was on my last portion of that mission. There was just like so much happening. This mission brings out the penguins.
In death do our souls sing!
It's this one.
In death do our souls sing!
This is the penguins. Round 4.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
Let's definitely take out the ads before you do anything else. Except for this one. Okay. Now for the round that I messed up on.
How it burns! In death do our souls sing!
I think I was in the AoE of that, or I don't know.
Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so! Come! We have only just begun.
You've got to be kidding me. Why?
Enough! You were not granted leave to set the steppe ablaze.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, well, the sun has come out to play.
Be gone, Moonstruck Oranir! I am busy!
Fool of a Dothal! Have you forgotten the face of your master already? The sun will never set! From his seat on high, he reigns over all, now and forever.
I love the look on his Stola's face. Like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yet what should he find here? But a battle to determine the fate of the steppe. A battle waged without his blessing. This will not stand. You, Doman! You who come to petition the warriors of this land, forget that all Nama's children are wards of the Oranir. As first among my brothers, your petition is mine alone to judge.
These words are as wind from a horse's backside. Plentiful, but your axe sings more sweetly.
Oh, please
Let
don't
her
turn
speak
this.
for you.
Please don't turn this into a Royal Rumble. Oh, it's a Royal Rumble.
Insolent child.
Here we go.
You will learn your place!
Forgive me, Brother Magnai, but we have an arrangement with the Dothal. We will not abide any interruptions.
So be it. The sun will pass judgment on all. Didakul, join me.
Here we go.
The sun is in good company. We may dance alone.
Beg not for mercy, for you will have none. Bear witness to the power and the glory of Azim!
Constantly at each other's throats like rabid dogs. Gods, I'm turning into her. I have not the patience for this, but if we must fight, let us at least be brief. Come.
Am I fighting as a Stola? I'm fighting as a Stola.
Heal or die! Bow down before me! Heal or die!
Mark well and word!
this? Why is this so long? Why is this one duty so long? Oh, and I gotta do this fight scene all over again too? Oh my god.
In death do our souls sing! In death do our souls sing!
I swear I'm gonna be here for a bit.
In death do our souls sing!
Okay.
How it burns! In death do our souls sing!
Okay, same abilities. So I just gotta keep an eye on its health. Fine.
Bow down before me!
Oh. He This will max out Ian's health, as well as mine.
Heal or die! Bow down before me! Tremble before the sun!
Let us be about it!
Okay. He's gonna do a massive. Oh.
Yeah. Ether, to me.
Nice.
Have at you.
Yay! Oh. I didn't have Ian placed in a good spot.
Never have I felt such bliss in defeat.
She scares me.
'Twas a battle to burn soul and flesh to ash. We Dothal will lend you our strength as promised. Narma's power is yours to wield. What does the sun say to that?
The sun is not driven by base motives such as yours. But they have been judged and found worthy. It is the way of the Oranir to accord recognition and respect to the strong. You have made sufficient proof of your strength. The sun shall answer your call.
You have our thanks. We are glad to call you allies.
You? By what are you called?
Y'shtola, why?
Are you my Nama?
I beg your pardon?
In battle, you shone with all the majesty of the full moon's light. Your healing touch, the embodiment of the Dusk Mother's love. Long had I wondered if my Nama might not be a woman of the steppe. Beholding you, I am all but certain. Now, look into my eyes. Could it be could you be?
I am. Not interested, little son. Try again when you've become a man.
Wow! Oh!
Little.
Oh, man!
Little son! Little son! Does it pain you, little son? Crave you salve to soothe the ache? Fire to sear the wound in your heart?
Oh, good grief.
We have wasted enough time here.
They're like
Siren awaits a word of our
siblings.
success.
Uh-oh. What is he still getting ready to do? Oh, okay. She just walks away. I'm like, is she literally going to just like end it off? I was so waiting for her still to just be like, alright, I'm done with you. Both of you just, you go over there, you go over there. Be at peace. You had not only to contend with Sadu, but Magnai. Such a fierce battle must have been. Oh, you don't know the half of it. Yet here you stand, triumph, having passed such a test that could not well deny your allegiance. The Maul will make no such demands. Weak though we are, we will gladly stand with you. The steppe is our home, and we will defend it with all our being. You have my heartfelt thanks. Of all the tribes of the steppe, there is none I would rather have at my side. God's willing, many more will rally to our cause. I shall send you word when we have answers from all the tribes. Okay. I'm starting to see how this is going to be the beginning of the Shadowbringers trailer. I cannot thank you enough, Serena. None of this would have been possible without you. Yeah, I think I'm literally realizing what's going to happen. The Shadowbringers opening is this battle we're going into. We have requisite consent. 'Tis time to pull Nama's power to use. If the Aether flows as planned, all that remains is to have the Ironworks engineers do their work at the ruins. Come, let us return to the House of the Cricket Coin. I shall begin at once. You may wish to step back. Cutscene? Yep.
Did it work?
It did. Ether may flow freely to the burn once more.
I do not pretend to understand what you did, Yustola, but you did it. Thanks to you, and Sapphire, of course, we have taken a momentous step towards securing our defenses. Now, as much as I believe arrest is in order, we should probably make haste back to the Enclave. Agreed, the others may already have returned from their missions, and I would know how things stand. As would I. Without further ado, then. I just thought about something I needed to do. I went over there and I didn't even do it. I don't think I attuned to what I needed to attune to. Oh well. Indeed, we have a suitable source of energy from the barrier. Good. Tara and I have commissioned Garland Ironworks to ensure that the field generator's fluctuation functions as it should. A team of engineers stand ready to set out for the burn at moment's notice. You only need to say the word. I thank you for engaging their services on our behalf. The minutiae of the arrangement you may leave to me. Which just leaves the small matters of our alliance. So, Yagiri and Hakuro, how fare do you with our neighbors? My lord, all the factions we approached are in agreement that the Empire possesses a threat and may respond positively to talk of an alliance. From Hingashi to Sui no Sato, however, we receive outright rejections. The former will not break its treaty with the Empire, and the latter will not involve itself in conflict. Just as we expected, then. Well, there is naught to be done about it. We must focus on the rest. To each of the nations that were amiable to the Alliance, I will personally send a missive. And once I have attended to that, I believe we will be done. We have done everything we can to fortify Noma's defenses. For the time being at least. All of which means I may leave for the meeting in Alamigo with a lighter heart. Yagiri Hakuro, if you would be so kind as to hold the fort in my absence. My friends, we could not have achieved so much in so little time without your help. For that, I give you my heartfelt thanks. Till we meet again then. Till we meet then. I took the liberty of asking Thancred to attend as well. He should have arrived in the Alamigo Quarter by now. Then let us not keep him waiting, shall we? I don't know why I went outside. I'm just going directly to the Alamigan Quarter. Stola has told me all, and I duly told Urianger and Kryl. Kryl in particular was concerned about Alpha now, but I assured her that everything that can be done is being done. She agreed to continue with her own task for the time being on the condition that I contact her the moment there's any development. So that leaves 4 of us to attend the council. Arenval is here to assist with security. Incidentally, though the poor lad seems altogether too distracted for the task. Another one missing Alphino, I expect. But it's almost time. As soon as you are ready, present yourselves to the guardsmen at the palace entrance. I shan't be far behind. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Welcome to Alamiga. The Alliance leaders have already arrived. May I show you to the meeting chamber? Yes, you shall. Oh boy, here we go again. Alright, let's do this.
Mistress Lys, Commander Aldin, it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome the city-state of Alamigo to the Eorzean Alliance.
The pleasure is ours, Your Grace. I know I speak for all Alamegans when I say that we are glad of this chance to stand with our comrades of the Alliance.
And we, for our part, are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Lord Hien of Doma, at your service. Pray, accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
Nay, 'tis we who must thank you for journeying so far. And 'twould be remiss of me not to acknowledge the part the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have played in bringing all of us together. In times of great unrest, you and yours have been our constant companions, without whom we would not be here.
With apologies to Lord Hien and Mistress Alize, it occurs to me that we have not gathered in this way since that fateful day in Uldar.
The day I lost my arm and my freedom. As I lay in my cell, never did I dream that I would one day be given the chance to represent my homeland at this council. I would not even be alive had you not plucked me from the jaws of death. You, Yugiri, and Alphino. Would that the lad could be with us.
I too owe my presence here to Alphino, in so many ways. Until such time as he returns, I mean to carry on his good work as best I can.
Come, friends. Let us leave the past in the past and turn our eyes to the future. My Lord Hien, pray, tell us how things stand in the East.
Having heard the rumors of dissent in Garlemald, I dared to dream of a peaceable solution.
The Empire will not so easily change its ways. If the Garleans have a mind to take back Doma and Alamigo, we'll be hard-pressed to stop them, even with the might of 6 nations. But while we lack the strength to fight the tide, a course may yet present itself, if we read the winds aright.
The winds suggest but one course to me. One which leads from the sea unto the river and thence to the source of all our woes.
The Ascians.
Indeed. All here have felt their blighted touch. It was the bringers of chaos who nurtured the Archbishop's tyrannical ambitions. They who bestowed upon him the secrets of summoning, as they have so many others before and since. And while they remain, we shall know no peace.
Our objective is clear. The question is how to achieve it. That our enemy parades about in Xenos' skin poses problems in itself, but ere we get to them, how are we to infiltrate the Empire and get close enough to strike?
While I see the wisdom in targeting the Ascians, an assassination attempt on Garlean soil would do little to aid our cause, even were it to succeed. It's time we used our enemy's preferred tactic: subterfuge.
You have an idea?
Speak your mind, Master Thancred. None here know the enemy better than the Scions, and you mayhap best of all. Whatever it is you propose, we will give it fair hearing. On that you have my word.
Very well, Admiral. My proposal is thus. We dispatch the shinobi to Imperial territory. There, they sow the rumor that the Crown Prince perished in the battle for Alamigo, and that the man parading around is in fact a corpse inhabited by a servant of darkness.
Well, it does have the ring of truth about it. And were the Garleans to learn that their future ruler is a puppet, the Empire would be shaken to the core.
But at the risk of sounding stupid, would they actually believe such an unlikely story? I didn't.
Ordinarily not. But prior to his miraculous recovery, rumors of Xenos' death had already begun to circulate around the Empire. Ultimately, however, what the masses believe is not our chief concern. Our true objective is to create an opening for rival factions within Garlemald to exploit.
Just as a war of succession erupted in the wake of Emperor Solus's death.
A war which raged until but recently, plunging the Imperial House into disarray as nephew and uncle grappled for the throne. It is no coincidence that one of Varus's first acts as Emperor was to name Xenos heir apparent, family feuds being so tiresome when armies are involved. Not all welcomed his choice of successor, however. There is no shortage of individuals who aspire to the throne, who would jump at any chance to seize power. The news that Xenos is not only dead, but a puppet to diabolical forces would be too enticing to ignore.
The Empire would not be quick to recover from a second war of succession.
I am no stranger to infiltrating Imperial territory. With a team of operatives gathered from among the Alliance's finest, the plan should have a reasonable chance of success.
Doma already has shinobi in place throughout the provinces. We stand ready to act, and act we must. What say you all?
I'm for Master Thancred's proposal. We shine a light upon the Ascian and test the Empire's unity. 'Twas his plot that scuttled Doma's negotiations, was it not? Why then, if we can eliminate him, there may yet be a chance for peace. Let us wage this war of subterfuge, that we may one day lay down our arms. Gods know we never will while the Ascians remain.
That way. Sorrow.
History must be changed. Ahead looms a calamity. Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you.
What's the matter?
There's a voice.
Spies in our midst?
Nay, I sense no such presence.
Let expanse contract. Eon become instant. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
I almost wish I was streaming this. Holy crap. Why didn't Lise experience it though? Because she is technically a Scion.
Is it over?
Oh.
Master Thancred!
12 for Fend.
He just passed out, right?
Bear him to a private chamber. Have every healer make ready.
Oh boy.
Swiftly!
Master Thancred remains in slumber. Though his vital signs appear stable, he's unresponsive.
What could have done this? And why just him and not the others?
I'm afraid we could not identify the cause, my lady. Our examinations revealed no wounds, nor the presence of any poisonous substances.
Gods, that only makes it worse. You're to let us know the moment there's any change, all right?
Can he get a break? Jeez.
Thank you for coming. Knowing Thancred, he would apologize for being otherwise engaged at so crucial a juncture.
In gifting us a course of action, Thancred sowed the seed of all that is to follow. We have but to nurture it as best we can. To him, I would say, rest easy, that he may wake to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Now, the matter of the mysterious voice must not be forgotten. Will you tell me exactly what happened?
Alize and I heard a voice in the moments before Thancred collapsed. It was accompanied by a severe headache, as if something were clutching at our minds. Did you experience the same thing?
So, in between the voice and the pain, you felt as if you were somewhere else entirely.
Your testimony confirms my suspicion. That which you experienced was, I believe, your soul being plucked from your flesh. Called.
Cold.
I myself examined Thancred. Reach out as I may, I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul. That Thancred alone was stricken so is likely due to his heightened sensitivity to the effects of ether, a consequence of his prior possession by the Ascian Vahabrea. The owner of the voice, whoever it may be, reached out to you, called your souls, and in so doing, caused you and yours such pain.
But if that's true, where exactly are we being called to?
I know not. Yet one thing is plain. Whoever waits for you on the other side is possessed of a power unlike any I have ever known.
Forgive us, Lys, but may we leave Thancred in your care for a time?
As if you had to ask. I may not be a scion anymore, but I'm no less a friend. Don't worry. I'll see to it that Thancred's well looked after. Just focus on solving this mystery, all right?
Thank you, Lys. As the Elder Seedseer says, 'tis no ordinary individual we are dealing with. Nor can we discount the possibility of Ascian involvement.
Whoever or whatever is behind this, the sooner we find out, the better.
Okay, now I see how this attaches itself to Shadowbringers. I can't say I'm not spoiled on certain things, because the game's been out for a while, and certain things are just known. I think I know who the voice was. And I'm pretty sure... I'm a little curious to see how this plays out, because... Oh, by the way, I was watching someone stream this, and I think they were in Ishgard. They were dealing with Meteor, or Arden and his whole crew, and Minfilia. And watching that whole sequence, I was just like, oh my god, their location was filled with light. Their world was filled with light, which means this ties... I have a feeling this right here ties to Shadowbringers, which Shadowbringers is you are in a realm of light and you are to bring about shadow. That's from what I can tell. But I do want to know, are we gonna run into Arden again? I just tried to call Urianger on his Link Pearl. He didn't respond, but I dare to hope that he possesses some knowledge we do not. Urianger, something happened during the meeting. Thancred's collapse. A disembodied voice suddenly started... What? But that's... We should talk about this in person. Alright, we'll meet you there. That was Urianger. He heard the voice too. In Thanalin. As we alone were afflicted at the meeting, I had my suspicions, but if the voice also spoke to Urianger, there can be little doubt the Scions were targeted specifically. By whom? I know the whom. And to what end is the question. Now that's the part I don't know. One to which we must find an answer with all possible haste. I know the whom. And I'm sad I already know the whom, because that would have been an amazing reveal. Okay, that was the call. Alright. And last mission for this video. Meeting up with Urianger. Urianger agreed to meet us at the Rising Stones, of course. If there are any others, if any of the others heard the voice, we'll find out soon enough. Oh, I wonder if Kryl heard it. Good luck. I should get back to the meeting with the Elder Seed, but if there's anything I can do, anything at all, you must let me know, alright? Promise me. Right, let's be on our way. just like, I'm gonna like have to travel there. No, they teleport me there automatically.
Urianger! Gods, it's good to see you.
Would that our meeting were under happier circumstances. I judged the voice sufficient cause for concern even before you sent word of its effect on our comrade.
You heard it too, then?
Aye. And all but certainly at the selfsame instant. Alas, pained as I was, I could make little sense of what few words did then reach mine ears.
Who do you think is responsible? Could this be the Ascians doing?
That I cannot say. Not when so little is known. Ere I indulge in speculation, I would examine Thancred with mine own eyes.
To Alamigo, then, without further delay.
And back we go.
One other thing. During my visit to the Far East, I observed a strange phenomenon.
Thou referrest, I presume, to the localized reduction in etheric density.
Well, that spares me the trouble of an explanation. Yes, I noted precisely that at two apparently unconnected locations. I take it the phenomenon is not limited to the Far East.
Indeed not. Of late, our agents charged with surveilling the beast tribes have spoken of little else. In every corner of the realm, they tell of places in which the ether hath grown thin. Naturally, my suspicions first turned to primal activity, but the areas thus affected betray no evidence of summoning. I must confess to being quite perplexed.
If the same phenomenon is being observed in multiple locations on opposite sides of the world, we may safely discount regional factors. Needless to say, this warrants further investigation.
Indeed. I shall make it my task to. The voice. It calleth to me once more.
I hear it too.
Only you. Only you.
No! Ishtola! Urianger!
Throw wide the gates.
I just realized Alphinaud's experiencing this too. I just realized Alphinaud's experiencing this right now too.
No. No, this can't be happening!
Oh my god!
Y'shtola! Urianger! Open your eyes! Open your eyes, I beg you! Say something! Anything! Not again. Please, not again.
Dude, this literally just leaves me, Alice, and Alphinaud wherever he is. Which means Alphinaud and her, and Alice are pretty much next. And they'll just leave me on my own. Forgive me. That was an unseemly display. It happened before your very eyes, my lady. None here would have behaved any differently. We have borne the two of them to a private chamber. But tell me, is it true that Master Thancred languishes in a state like in Alamiga? I'm afraid so. Though, given the circumstances, it would seem best to observe them together. I will send word to Lise that he should be brought here. Take heart, milady. The world's full of scholars and knowledgeable folk of every persuasion. Someone out there is bound to know what ails our comrades and how it can be cured. Thus we will rouse them, no matter what. That we will. Horay. But first things first. Our comrades will have questions. May I ask you that you explain the situation to them? I must attend to a private matter. Horari. There we go. Oh, I promised I'd visit someone in Limsa. He's been waiting at Maelstrom Command for a while now. You know, you should come along. I think he'd be glad to see you. Who? Man, I can just imagine when this came out, people were like, oh my god, what's happening? Like, I can literally just imagine it. Like, they did a really good job on this one. It's like, it's, like, why is it's building, and it's just like, as it builds, it's amazing, and where am I going? It's always the aft castle. I swear. As you probably guess, it's Gabu we've come to see. The private here will bring him out. Gabu. Ever since the Maelstrom took him in, I've tried to visit as often as I can, and after what befell our friends, I was taken by the urge to visit again. It's difficult to explain. Gabu. Gabu. I can't place it. Oh! Look,
Here he is, my lady.
I forgot about the little gremlin guy. It's a little goblin guy.
Gabu, it's been too long.
I'm afraid there's been no change. If he can see or hear us, he has given no sign.
I see. You're still fighting. I'm proud of you. We promised that we would come and visit you together, didn't we? Alphino and I. I'm sorry that we haven't managed that yet. You know, with the three of us like this, does it not remind you of that night? Of the stars beyond count twinkling in the heavens? I was feeling pretty low back then. Powerless. But I knew that my brother was close by if I needed him, and that the others would be waiting for me back at the Rising Stones. Not like now. I've seen my share of trouble since coming to Eorzea. Been reminded again and again of my limitations, of how little I can change about this world. And I've come to know the sorrow of parting all too well. But to have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes, and be powerless to help them, that I cannot bear. No, I don't. You're right. It's pure arrogance to imagine I can solve everything by myself. You'd think I'd have learned that by now. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, that's more than enough brooding for one day. Come on. We have friends to save.
Let's return to the Rising Stones and take it from there. Thanks again for agreeing to come. This meant a lot to me. I did some thinking on the way back, and I think Hawari is right. We need to seek outside help. Ordinarily, we return to our own experts on such matters, but they're both among the stricken. I will begin by reaching out to the myriad guilds and research institutes here in Eorzea. Additionally, Grandfather and Minfilia had a wealth of connections between them, and I mean to explore those avenues too. We'll find a way to save everyone, mark my words. And much and more has happened in recent days. Some of it for the good, some not so. But around me, people continue their fight. For the shinobi who search for Alfino to the Alliance members who make ready to move against the Empire, they march in the face of great adversity, bearing heavy burdens. Everyone's playing their part, and so must I. You have your own part to play, I know, and it's bigger than most. So I won't keep you. Just promise that you'll visit from time to time, and I promise I'll have good tidings to share with you when you do. Okay. Alright. We'll end this here. Never mind. I keep forgetting at the end of a patch, they probably would do a cutscene.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear.
Did Xena's voice
A word from
change?
your radiance is all it takes. But one word, and the Imperial army will fall upon Alamigo as a pack of bloodthirsty wolves and tear that feeble nation apart. Have you no words for me? Despite the lengths I go to, an emissary playing the part of a fool. When first I took this face, I swore to use all of my knowledge, all of my power, to further the cause of the Empire. My deeds stand testament to my commitment. And with this adamant flesh at my disposal, I could destroy the Icon Slayer as easily as one might swat a fly. Why do you hesitate?
Ascian confirmed.
Our enemy is resourceful. Though victory is certain now, it will not remain so indefinitely. Deliberate if you must, but be quick about it. We'll speak again when you have unburdened yourself of doubt. Until then, I take my leave, Father.
I should be the one to sigh. I played my part to perfection. I had earned my rest, and then, thanks to La Hebrea's crowning act of idiocy, our favorite emissary sees fit to summon me back.
And you are...
Elidibus was ever a warrior. A most tiresome trait, would you not agree? What? Have you no words for me either? No matter. I've long grown weary of this mummery. Now, my dearest grandson, let me remind you of your place in the simplest of terms.
Grandson?
You do not make judgments, you administer them. Swiftly and to the letter. Naught else is your concern. Elidibus may be an insufferable bore, but he is no fool. His choices as emissary seldom err. If aught threatens the balance twixt light and dark, it falls to you to remove it. Be it by your own hands or by your armies, you have ample means at your disposal. That is why this empire exists, why I built it. Oh dear, have I touched a nerve? You always were an easy one to read. I pity you, I do. As they say, ignorance is bliss. And I know how much happier you would be not knowing the things you know. The founding father was an Ascian, and he created the Empire solely for the purpose of sowing the seeds of chaos.
Well, that answers my question.
Don't take it personally. I merely do my duty.
So which Ascian are you? Because they all have
To bring
names.
about a calamity requires no small amount of power. And there is no surer way to obtain such power than by collecting powerful pawns. To that end, I have labored long and hard, and I must say I am quite pleased with my handiwork, paltry though it seems in comparison to Alag.
He's an Ascian, he's not dead.
You fiends are overfond of your own voices. Mark me, Ascian. Man is the master of his own destiny.
I'm waiting on him to just get right back up. Oh!
Such a waste of time and energy, both yours and mine. Lest you forget, you are Emperor now. If you wish to spout drivel about man's destiny, save it for the masses. It will serve to give them a sense of purpose, and you pliant pieces for the game. Oh, do stop sulking, boy. You, of all people, should understand. Ours is a struggle to restore both mankind and the world to their rightful state. Viewed thus, our goals are one and the same.
Finally get to see, like, the outskirts of Garlemald? Or at least areas of Garlemald? What in the world? Oh, wow. Oof. That's not good. Oh. So essentially we're going to be taking on the Ascians yet again. Dead. All dead. Yet I see no wounds, nor any evidence of battle. Why are the last 3 patches always so good? Damn them. They finally used it. Used it? Used what? The Emperor developed an alchemic weapon in Garabanya, a gas, Black Rose it was called, and to breathe it is to breathe your last breath. And that did this? I thought the project abandoned, and its vile fruit destroyed, but naught else could have wrought such an atrocity. Wow. Fools, what do they hope to gain with this butchery? Can they not see that a rule won through terror it will not endure? How many more provinces must they lose? Who is he? Nay, wait. This is not the work of men, but monsters, the Asians. It cannot be a coincidence that their trail led us here. Their objective was never to rule, but to sow strife and discord. Such a crime does indeed bear a mark of the bringer of chaos. Black Rose cannot be allowed to kill again. We must find the Asians and put an end to their plot. I'm loving this music. It's a little tense and a little very video gamey. Oh my gosh. And that's how that ends. Dude. That was, whew. Alright. So, we are going to end that here. And we will continue on. This is still part of my birthday setup. So, this is released on my birthday. I'm going to... today and on my birthday probably see if I can get the last part of this out, and that way on the 1st I can actually stream the beginning of Shadowbringers. So as usual, be good to yourself, be good to others, and stay true to you, and have a safe and happy new year. Laters.
Wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. Now look, breathe.